DJ Akademiks participated in the probe into Takeoff's death within hours of learning about it. This has given him such prominence that he's now being silenced by Prince's family, and the situation continues to worsen now that the Houston PD has finally captured the murderer of Takeoff. The case has not yet been resolved. Numerous incidents occurred in the ongoing investigation into the November murder of the Migos musician. Everyone is aware of the incident's location, those present, and its outcome. First, there was the dice game, then there was the after party, and the rest is history. Quavo was involved in a verbal fight, and immediately after, he decided to drop the ball, individuals began firing. Unfortunately, Takeoff was among those hit. In this case, he was essentially an innocent bystander, yet he paid the biggest price. There have been numerous theories regarding who actually shot the fatal bullet that killed him. This past week, one of the men who had been the subject of considerable attention was arrested. Lil Kim was arrested last week, and we believe that the Takeoff murder mystery was drawing to a close. However, folks were quite startled to see that Lil Kim was charged with unlawful gun possession rather than murder. Lil Kim made a grave error when the police captured him on tape, and an eyewitness claimed to have seen him with a gun on the night that Take was shot. She was already a convicted felon. Last week, he had to go before the judge, but I didn't address much of the issue that we're still dealing with today. Speculations abound that he was held in detention until the police uncovered additional information that they could use against him. However, it appears like things are going in a completely other path. We now have a guy who's been officially charged with homicide. The person who supposedly shot the fatal 33-year-old dude by the name of Patrick Xavier Clark. A few days ago, he appeared in court, flanked by officers from the Houston Police Department. Turns out DJ Akademiks' suspicions on how stuff transpired was true. He did in fact claim that 3 shooters were engaged that night, not 2, and if the man charged with murder is indeed culpable, then the AK was correct the entire time. One of the gunmen was a man named Amigo, band who was affiliated with the Migos. The other individual was the alleged yellow-hooded individual, known as Lil Cam. Patrick Xavier Clark, the third individual, had just been apprehended by the police. The fact that DJ Akademiks was so interested in fitting together the pieces of the Takeoff puzzle meant that he would be easily observed by anyone who may be connected with the case. Everyone online is aware that once Akademiks begins tackling a problem, he's not playing around, especially with this one. Take's action was the final straw that broke my brother's back. This entire year has been a nightmare in terms of the number of individuals that we've lost, and if he wants something to change, you know what I'm saying? Just look at a comment made by one of his supporters. It relates to Tail. I believe that Ak received so much adoration for Takeoff that he made it his personal mission to solve the crime. And you could also argue that he did DJ Akademiks' big stake in public opinion formation as an all-around narrative play. Because of this, he's been approached by the Prince family, and we all know that they're involved in this case in some way, we just don't know how. During a recent stream session, DJ Akademiks had a conversation with Mr. Ak 100, and what they discussed has piqued the interest of a large number of people. Zach being silenced, "Oh, you know who hit me up today? I haven't hit him back yet, but curiously, Baby J Prince called me up today, like right before they did the announcement." Then what Wack told Akademiks mere moments later kind of alluded to why it occurred in the first place. You should have been making money when you began. Later, Wack reviewed Baby J's Instagram profile and provided a quick summary of their interaction. It appears that he wanted to divulge some information and was interested in doing so via the Act platform. However, he stated that the Prince family will likely issue a statement shortly. He asked if my platform is available to be the one via which we release a statement, and I respond, that's okay. I don't know about what, but I don't know about anything. But I told him, sure, you guys could totally email it to me and I'll publish it. What you've just heard proves that there's still things occurring behind closed doors that none of us are aware of. It is glaringly obvious that Prince's family is involved in some way with this deadly debacle. If Baby J Prince chooses to communicate through DJ Akademiks, we may get a sense of their function. J Prince Jr.'s party was responsible for the events that transpired. Nevertheless, we cannot smear their reputations despite the fact that some would like to do so, if you catch my drift. If you take a look at the comments, you'll notice that it's a trend all over the internet. One user said that Prince's family is reaching out to the people right now in an attempt to evade criticism for their role in the murder. Justice is required for Takeoff. Another man reminded us how Paul's appearance in the aftermath of his death resembled that of J Prince behaving cold that night. This entire issue is horrible since J Prince is involved. The fact that he invited them to his birthday and then walked away as if it were a dead animal with his chest puffed out will never sit well with me. We have no actual answers at this point, but we have our suspicions as to whether or not they're in the clear. Even if the authorities have arrested a suspect for Take's murder, the Prince family is in no way absolved.